Good morning. Thanks for joining us for the Ag Report. Well, farmers across the state are rapidly working their way through wheat harvest. 80% of the winter wheat is cut and about half of the spring wheat. Montana Wheat and Barley Committee Executive Director Kent Kuffner told me the average yield on winter wheat could be over 50 bushels an acre this year.
There's some big yields out there. I think we got a fighting chance of breaking the record. Test weights are outstanding. I'm going to say we're probably going to average at least 63 pounds on winter wheat. All the quality factors are good except for protein. Probably going to average somewhere around 11.3. Last year we averaged 11.8. Spring crop in general is disappointing from what its potential was in June. At one point, the yields looked like we could be 38 to 40 statewide, and we're probably going to average somewhere around 33 bushel the acre for our spring wheat crop.
Well, cattle producers are seeing some of the highest prices ever this year, but how are consumers handling record-high retail beef prices? Matt Hines with My Market Stores, an independently owned grocery chain in Wyoming and Montana, told me about how consumer buying patterns are shifting.
The record highs to the producer, we're seeing record highs on our end in the cost perspective. We've definitely seen a downtrend in middle meats and a trade down to ground beef. But if you look at pricing on ground beef and pricing of your strips, short loins, ribeyes, significantly higher. I think that there's more demand for the lower grade stuff today, so it's driving that price up.
Well, thanks for being with us this morning. Join us back here shortly for more ag news and the markets.
I wanted to put up a fence to protect my tomato plants. So I grabbed this, and then I did this. But instead of yielding a big crop, I hit a utility line and had to pay $1,200 in repairs. I didn't just lose my pride and joy. I could no longer afford the new stovetop I'd been saving up for. Next time, I'm going to make my free call to 811 before I dig.
Learn from Curry and hundreds of others. Call 811 before you dig.
Hey, welcome back to the Ag Report. The finalists for the National FFA Chapter Awards have been announced ahead of this fall's 97th National Convention. 10 chapters in Montana were recognized as star chapters, and a big congratulations goes out to the Beaverhead FFA chapter in Dillon for not only being named a 3-star chapter, but also recognized as a national finalist in the Premier Chapter Award area of strengthening agriculture. Well, there's no two ways about it. It's been a tough month for cattle futures. Live cattle have fallen below support levels and feeders down $30 since the 4th of July, although they did gain a little yesterday. We did start to see some cash trade break loose, down about $3 with live sales 183 to 188, dressed from 293 to 295. The lower futures did cause buyers to step back on the video sale, and prices were below last month's record highs. Noticeable premiums for heavyweight weaned cattle, value-added premiums though not as aggressive. Little higher percentage of past offers, but still these are some of the highest prices ever reported for calves. In Bowman, lambs did trend lower as well. 60 to 90 pound lambs sold 185 to 192, the ewes 78 to 96. And wheat futures in the red after China said their wheat production will be record large. Cheap Russian wheat still weighs on the market, but low quality wheat out of the EU should help the U.S. secure additional business for exports, especially with India likely to open up for imports this year. Well, that's it for today's Ag Report. Thanks for joining us. Have a good one.